Hey, welcome back to edtech by Meera. Today we are going to do string methods in Python for beginners. Basically, this is about string manipulation by using various string methods. So let's start with the upper method. Now this is shown by upper and then parenthesis. What happens when you use the upper method? You will get a new string with all the characters of lowercase converted into uppercase. So this is why we use the upper method. And how do we use it? Whatever name of the string dot upper with the parenthesis. So that will be the method. So we call our string as a test string. You can call it example string, or you can just say example or just string. That's up to you, because you need a string to work on. So I call it test string, and then I give it some value. You can say hello world, hello, whatever, welcome. So I'm just writing welcome to edtech by Meera. That's totally up to you. Whatever string value you want to write within the string as a test case. And then I'm gonna write all in lowercase, and I want to convert this entire all the characters to uppercase. So what do? There should be a name for the resultant string. So either you can say result string or result, or in this case I'm saying uppercase test string or test string uppercase, whatever you want to call. I prefer to use result, but I'm just using this to make you understand that you can use it this way. So test string uppercase or result equal to test string, that is the initial string, dot uppercase. Okay, and then print the string, name of the string, whatever. So let's see what's happening. Let's run the program. Oh, there's an error, because instead of instead of writing dot upper, I wrote dot uppercase. So that's a syntax error. That's my mistake. Okay, so let's go back and rectify the error. I just call it dot upper. Okay, and then remember, print the name of the string. Okay, here again it's showing welcome to edtech by Meera, because we instructed the computer, the program, to print the name of the test string, which is the original string, which is all in small case, lowercase. So it will obviously show. So you have to write print the resultant string, which is name of test string uppercase. Remember that. So you can even call it resultant string. So print the resultant string. Then it will show you the value after the conversion, or after whatever activities that you've done with the string, after whatever manipulations you have done with the string. So that's the way it should be. First you manipulate with the initial string, create a resultant string, and then print out the resultant string. I hope you understood. Name is whatever you write. So test string uppercase. Why? Because that was the name of the string that we created for showing the resultant string. So test string uppercase. Let's see. Let's run the program. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to edtech by Meera. It's converted the entire set of characters to uppercase. So that's how it goes. And next I want to use lower method. That means lower and then hyphen. So this is just the reverse. As the name goes, it will convert from uppercase to lowercase. Quite simple. So let's do that now. Okay, dot lowercase. Instead of uppercase, we call the resultant as lowercase. This is just so that, just like a convention, so we know from the name of the resultant string what it is about. From the name itself, we know it's a test string with lowercase. So it's because of that we are naming it that way, but it's again up to you. You can even call it just resultant or result. Test string lowercase. So print that out. Now here it is Welcome to edtech by Meera. There was no change because the initial string is lowercase, the resultant also lowercase. So I want to manipulate, I want to modify the value of the initial string so that you can see actually the difference that's happening, the task. So I make the W as capital, the E as capital, I make the M as capital, and then I run the program again, and then you see the magic. Okay, W, E, and M now change to small letters or the lowercase. So now you know the lower method, what it does. Just the reverse of uppercase. So this is quite simple. This is done in very simple mini Python algorithms, Python exercises, Python projects, as in when the example case, as in when you get the project, that depends. But this I'm just teaching you to show how string manipulation happens in Python using various methods, string methods. Next method is a strip method. Strip, from the name itself, means strip somebody of something, means remove, right? So here the strip method will just remove the leading and the trailing characters. Usually if there is no character, then it will just remove the spaces, the white space. Yeah, so here I'm showing you how it removes the white space. So just calling the resultant string as trimmed string. Initial string is test string. So the resultant is test string trimmed. Trimmed means after removing, yeah, the white space. So equals test string dot strip. That's the method. Dot and then strip, and then print out the test string trimmed. That's it. All of it follows the same. So it's just like a copy paste, like the formula is the same. You can just use the different methods the same way. Like the space before W in the string is the leading space or the leading space or the leading characters, because space is also treated like a character. Right, and the trailing one is after the exclamation mark. So this white space will be removed. So print out the test string trimmed. If you are interested in more Python tutorials, because we are hitting quite towards the middle and end, so do remember to smash that subscribe button, and do let me know if you want HTML CSS lessons. There you go. So the space has been removed. Yeah, so I want you to practice. Now this regarding white space, just one example won't do, so I want you to practice in all of what I'm showing in lots of strings. With lots of strings, I want you guys to practice. Don't just depend on my tutorial only. Make sure that you take your code editor and understand what I'm teaching and actually apply this to various strings. Then only it will stick to your mind. Just take the concept from my tutorial, or maybe you can watch this while you're doing it on your computer. So even that serves. So I'm coming to my next example. Let's call it the method. Okay, the replace method. Okay, as from the name itself, replace means what? It will return a new string with all the previous characters, old characters, being replaced by new characters. So let's see what exactly. Now here in the parenthesis, it is old comma new. That means first you have to specify what is the old item that you want to be replaced, comma, the new item that will replace the old item. So you have to mention like that. So let's again consider my test string as the initial with some initial value of a string. Yeah. So let's see how it happens. I'm continuing with the same test string. So the replace one, we call it test string replaced. That's a resultant string equals, what is the method? test string, name of the initial string, dot replace. That's all. Simple as that. Dot replace. And then you have welcome to edtech by meera is the value of the initial test string. So remember the parameters, old one and the new one. So old string is welcome to edtech by meera. This is the old string. Yeah. That's the value of my test string, initial value, which is the old parameter, which I'll use in place of old parameter. And then comma, the new one, whatever you want to replace it with. So first write the old string and then comma, new value of the string. Okay, let's say hello world. So what happens is the welcome to edtech by meera will be replaced by hello world. First string will be removed. So this is the reason we are going to do this, and that will be a new string which is called test string replace. Mind you, the initial test string is not going to change. You will get a new string which is called test string replaced, and that which you already named it here, and that will be the one that is created with a new value of hello world string. So let's see that. But you need to print it out. Yeah, there you go, hello world. And then when you're printing, remember you have to print the replaced version, the new string. You have to mention the name of the new string. Then it will print out the new value, which is hello world. So it's doing its job. Interesting, right? So simple as that. You can replace it in like few seconds. Quite fast. Python is always like that. Quite useful for any occurrences of manipulations. Okay, let's consider some more methods. So we finished the replace method. Let's consider some other methods. Okay. Okay, we call it the split method. Now here the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis, the parameter will be separator. Yeah. So like what separator will be there when you are splitting the string. So you will see how it, like when you say split from the word itself, split into different words or split into different characters. So let's see how it is done. So here let's say you want to split into different words. So we call the resultant string as split words, and then we use the same test string value that we used earlier. So split words equals test string dot split. That's all. The method means name of the initial string dot whatever the method. Here the method is split, so dot split, and then followed by the parenthesis. Now here remember we didn't show any separator, so it will just split on the white space. So let's see what it is doing. Print split words. That is a name of the resultant string. There you go. Different words. Welcome to edtech by meera. It was actually one full sentence, like a string. It was a string in the form of sentence, now changed into words, different words. So this is how it's done. So let's consider some more. There are many more, so keep watching till the end. It might sound boring to you, but trust me, this is the most important part. Knowing these concepts are very important when you do your projects in Python. later. Yeah. So this is called the join method, and here from the name itself it will be joining joining the elements of an iterable into a string with a separable, okay, with a separator, sorry, and the inside the parenthesis the parameter is iterable. So let's see how it's done. Okay, so consider the initial one, the test string. Now this is our initial, going to be our initial string with a value of welcome to edtech by Meera, as usual. Okay, okay. Regular string with a value of welcome to edtech by Meera, and I want to join it to something. I want to call my resultant string something. Test string joined. Yeah. So what I do is just one empty space one dot join and then name of the initial string. Sorry if I'm typing slowly. I'm typing slowly because I'm explaining a concept. I don't want to go too fast. So instead of a string, we use a list here. So list, as you know, is written in square braces, square bracket, right? Okay. Inside the list, you have strings. Yeah. Sorry. I just split it into different phrases and words. And then put it inside a container, that is a list container. Okay. And then I want to do my join. Sorry, I want to use my join method. That's up to you. You can use it with hello world also, which is much easier, pretty easier, just for practice reason. So test list joined. I call the resultant string as test list joined. So I join it. What I do is all the empty space. This is showing an empty space here, right? Open and close inverted. So dot join, and then name of the list, that is a test list, and see what's happening here, and then print out the resultant string. So while you're watching it, you can easily write it down. That's the idea of saying it a bit slowly this time. Do let me know if I'm too slow. If you find that I'm too slow, you can even speed up the video. You can increase the speed. There you go. Welcome to edtech by meera. Spaces have been removed. The space separator have been removed. So it's joining all the elements. In this case, even the white space. Something like that. Okay. So here again, I want you to practice on different examples of strings and lists. Do not just depend on one example. Keep practicing. Like if I show you one example, I want you to practice on at least 10 or 20 examples. That's the way you learn. Because I don't have that much time to show you on 100 examples. I can only show you one example, but I wanna make sure that you do on several examples. At least, if not 100, at least for each example, you use it on 10 different strings. So whatever separator is there, it will join. If there's a white space, it will join the white space. If it's a comma, it will join the comma. So you have to mention the separator accordingly. So I want you to experiment with different separators or iterables and then do accordingly, practice accordingly. There you go. Hello world also. It joined up the white space in between hello world. Let's consider another method. So I hope you're writing down, jotting down, and practicing all simultaneously while watching. And after you close the editor, after you close the video, keep practicing, or you can watch along with it. You can pause and practice. Like one example, watch here, practice with 10 examples. You can do it that way also. Then I'm considering another method which is called ends with. Yeah, so what is like ends with? Means from the name itself is it will be returning a boolean string. That means if the string ends with whatever specified suffix, it will give a boolean value in the print result in the console, whether true or whether false. So you will see how that is done. So that's why inside the parenthesis of ends with, you will be writing a suffix. So let's see how that's done. Okay, let's consider an initial value of a string. Test string or test or whatever you call it. You can also call it test, mind you. Easier. Hello world. Simplest of example. You can call your string test. You can give it a value of hello world. That's the easiest that you can think of in order to practice. You can also do it that way for all the methods. And then use the method ends with. And then you have to specify ends with. Suffix means ends with what? So let's see here. Let's say I want to end the string with a word world. Yeah. So I call it the name of the string ends with world. So that will be my initial string value name is test, right? So test dot ends with, and then as a parameter world. That is going to be my suffix inside the parameter. I mean inside the parenthesis. Parameter will be world because that's the word I want the string to end with. Okay, and then I print ends with world, which is the name of my resultant string, because you have to give it a name unless you call it just string. So print ends with world and then run the program. Oh, then when you're doing, I forgot, I made a typo mistake here. World is supposed to be WORLD, not WR. Haha, that's very funny. Typo. And then here, when you're doing the method, it should be ends with is together. There's no character in between ends with. So test dot ends with. It's together, remember. When you do it as a method. So ends with, and then the parenthesis, inside that the suffix, that is the word that you want to write as a suffix after your string value. Okay, this should be fine now. Print ends with world. Let's see, after running the program, what happens. Whether it will show a Boolean statement true or false. True. Why? Because our initial string is already hello world. So this will return a Boolean statement true or false that I said earlier. So it's showing true because our initial string is hello world. Had it not been hello world, it will show the value of false. So this is one way of getting a Boolean statement to show if the string is ending with a specified suffix or not. To all those who are already subscribed, a big thanks and hello to all of you, and I'm very grateful to you guys for subscribing to my channel and watching my tutorials. I hope you're enjoying them and understanding. If you have any problems, do mention in the comment section. If there's anything specific you want me to create in the tutorial, next tutorial, do let me know. Any specific concept in Python or HTML that you want me to prepare as a tutorial, let me know. I'm also considering another example just to show you the ends with method. And I just need 6 more subscribers to get that fated, valuable 500 numbers of subscribers. So I hope all you guys who are watching will support me by subscribing and helping me to reach that grand number of 500 subs. I hope you will support me. Oh, I did a typo mistake again. Sorry about that. I type very fast. I have a tendency to type really fast, and sometimes my keyboard doesn't like it when I type fast, so it will be a bit naughty and print out the wrong word and wrong spellings. Sorry about that. Just trying some examples. There you go. So when I specifically wrote the wrong word ends with white, then it showed false because obviously it's hello world, not hello white, right? So when I test the program for ends with white, it shows a Boolean statement false. This is what I was testing, just to show you. Okay, then let's do another method which is called the find method. So it's find substring method. So inside the parenthesis, you have to write the parameter substring. So what does it mean? It will return the index of the first occurrence of a substring, or it will return -1 if it does not find one. So let's see. Let's see with an example. If I tell you the definition, you won't understand. So again, go back to our prepare your initial string. Then only with an example such things can be understood, not with definition. So let's do it. So let's consider the initial will be the same, test, and then the resultant string, let's call it word index. Yeah, the resultant string I call it word index test. So test is my initial string. Test dot find. So I want to find something. Test dot find. Yeah, what I want to find? World. WORLD. Haha. Why is my O showing as I? Crazy. Okay. Test dot find world. So what does it mean? The index, when you say the first occurrence of index, means in that string it's hello world. So what is the first in the first occurrence of the string? So when you say hello world, hello comes first, the word, and the index will be first occurrence means what is the first letter? H. What is the index of that? 0. So let's see. Oh, did I print out? I forgot to write the print statement. You remember to write the print statement, then only it will show the result in the console. Otherwise it won't show. So this is normally when you have a long string and you want to find return the index. There, see, 0. Return the index of the first occurrence. Why? Because here, as I explained, hello world, hello is the first word, first occurrence of the string. That is the first index. How do you count? H is the first character in hello. So that is 0. So it will show you the value as 0. Because the substring that I used was hello. So I will show you few more examples so you'll understand better. So keep on watching. This one is a bit more complicated if you don't understand well. So I hope you'll keep on watching till the end, because knowing the concept, remember, is more important than understanding the code syntax. The syntax you can still refer back, yeah, to a cheat sheet or to by Googling or whatever. But understanding, no. If you don't understand, you're lost. So word index test dot find. Now I want to find for world. So in hello world, world is the second one, right? So what is the index of W? First occurrence of the word is W, right? So hello starting from 0. HELLO. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So index of O is 4, then space 5, then after that W, 6. So this is called the index, returning the index of the first occurrence of the substring. When I write world, it will show you it will find the index of the word W. Yeah, but since the space is there, space is also considered as a character while calculating. Now I want to show you a long string just for fun's sake. So hello edtech by Meera. Yeah, and I want you to find the substring here. Use the find substring method here also, because it's a long string, more complications. So I want you to understand better what it means by returning index of the first occurrence of the substring. What it means. 16. Now, depending on hello edtech by Meera, what did I ask to find? The index of the first character of that word. So if I find the index of hello, it will be 0. If I find edtech, in this case, it will be 6. if because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space and then 6. And if I want to find of B, then it will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 space 12. B will be 13. Then Y 14 space 15, M 16, because the index of M will be 16. If you calculate, start calculating from the beginning H. So this is how it will return the index of the first occurrence of the substring, based on whether are you trying to find the index when you, in the substring that you're mentioning. Are you writing hello? Are you writing edtech? Are you writing bye? Are you writing meera? Based on that, it will return the value of that particular word's first character, but counting the index right from the beginning H, beginning of the string. It will calculate like that, and then until it reaches the first character of that particular word that you put in as a substring inside, it will calculate that. So now I hope you understood how you got 16 for M, starting with index of 0 from H and calculating every white space also as 1. So hello, HELLO, like that, and then until it reaches M. So that's how you can test it out. So I want you to test out with long complicated strings. So then find out different words. Like I did for meera, it was 16. The value of the index was 16 because the index of M is 16. Calculating right from the beginning H. And then like I did for edtech, like I did for by, that is for B. For edtech is 5 because after hello, space and then E, something like that. So I want you to keep doing like that. I did for hello, I did for edtech, I did for bye, and then I did for meera. So I want you to do similar for different, even more longer strings. The more longer and complicated, the more you will feel stuck, but the more you will understand because I explain. Now, if you don't explain how it was done, you are welcome to mention in the comment section. I will explain again there. Now, there's another method which is called the count method, count and then substring. So you have to use, it will count how many times a particular character has been used over there. So here, let's say in my string, I want to count how many times E has been used. So the resultant string E count. So test.count inside the parameter, inside the parenthesis, I write the character E because I want to know how many times the character E has been repeated. I want to count that. So that's quite simple. It will, and then if you print out the resultant string, it will actually show you how many times it's been used. Then there's another method called capitalize. Now, as you know from the word capitalize in English language, alphabets. It will return a new string with the first character only capitalized. There's like some sentences or phrase. Only in the word or the sentence, only the first character will be capitalized. So let's see, capitalize test as a resultant string, test.capitalize. That's the method. Just test.capitalize and then print out the capitalized test, which is the name of the resultant string. Print capitalized test. So let's see how it works, how it shows. Print the capitalized test. That's the name of the resultant string. There you go. Hello, edtech by meera. So the first word is capitalized, H. From small h it becomes, so only the first character will be capitalized. Others will be lower cases. So that's the meaning of capitalized. Okay. In hello world, only H will be capitalized, W will remain small. So that is one method. There's just three more methods left. So let's do that. Let's continue. Please watch until the end so that you know all the major methods of string manipulation. This is called is upper. Now this is again for returning a Boolean statement, true or false. Like true if all the letters in the string are uppercase, and false if not. Obviously is upper. So if you find the resultant with uppercase, it will return a true. Otherwise false. Test is initial string is hello edtech by Meera, all in lowercase. Yeah. And then I want to say the resultant string, I want to call it is all upper. I want to call the name of the resultant string as is all upper, and then use the is upper method. Mind you, this is not just upper, this is upper. Whenever you use is upper method, then it will return a Boolean statement as a result in the console. So is all upper, that is the name of the resultant string, equals test, that is the initial string, dot is upper, all together mind you, no space in between, is upper, and then the parenthesis, the empty parenthesis without any parameters. So I want to verify, is this all upper? Are all the letters in uppercase, true or false? I want to verify that. And then I print the is all upper in order to run the result, and then run the program to get the result of the Boolean statement. Mind you, here all lowercase, so you're supposed to show false, get false in the result. There you go, false. Obviously, it's all lowercase, it's not all uppercase. So I hope that's understood. Just a way of verifying is all upper. Had you written is all lower, it will show true. So the reverse method, another method is called is lower. So here again the same thing. If all the characters are lowercase, it will show true, otherwise false. From the name itself, you know. So you can practice a lot. Is all. So it's written together is lower and then the parenthesis. So you use the same case and then repeat the test with is lower instead of is upper. Simple as that. So the resultant string we can call is all lower equals test dot is lower. So this is quite simple, nothing much to explain because it's just the reverse of what we know about is upper. Print is all lower. So is all lower, test dot is lower. It will show true because it's all lower. True because it's all lower. So that's quite understandable. Very simple, nothing major here. Then there's a last method which is called the title method for string manipulation. Now, as you know, you must have read lots of blog posts. How does a title look like? Remember, if you see a title in a blog page, I want you to check it out. Go and check now. It will always have first letters of every word capitalized. I really want you to go and check it out. So that is the meaning of title. You should know this. So basically, when you use the title method, it will return a new string with the first letters of each and every word capitalized, just the first. Like for example, if I say hello world, H will be capitalized, W will be capitalized. That's it. The starting character of a respective word would be capitalized. If I say hello edtech by Meera, H will be capitalized, E will be capitalized, B will be capitalized, M will be capitalized. This is called always in a title, mind you. If you see any title of a book, of anything, of a book, any page, anything to do with title of anything, of a document, a blog post, always a title is written as first letter of each word in a title, mind you, capitalized. Rest of the words won't be. So that is how a title should look like, and this by title method you can do that. So test in title case we call it the resultant string equal to test, which is initial string dot title. That's all. Dot title. Print the resultant string, or we call it test title case. Whatever name you want to give for your resultant string equals to initial string dot title. Remember it that way. Do not bother about the name of the string. Okay. Hello, edtech by Meera. You see, H is capital, E is capital, B is capital, M is capital. That's the title and it should look like that. So today we finished the string manipulation by different methods. Hope you understood everything. If something you didn't understand, mention in the comments. I will be glad to explain again. And till we go back to the next lesson, do remember to smash that subscribe button so that I can reach my 500 count of subscribers and do many more things to support you in your education to move ahead. And let me also know if there's any specific tutorial that you want me to do in any specific language like Python or HTML, whatever. And see you in the next.